he the last one there?
It was always drilled into me, if you were 10 minutes early to the late.
I got friends affected by that.
Everybody should go into the service, and that's when I learned that you don't have to be late for anything.
Isn't that the truth?
3 years out of budget.
Maybe that was rocket training.
I still think everybody should go into service for at least 6 months.
Joe, have you been watching the PBS Vietnam War?
No, you know what, I missed the first couple.
I didn't realize it was in segments,
Yeah,
so I
me either.
watched the first one, sat and cried the whole way through. I
I
never knew that Ho Chi Minh started out as he did, and they go through that. He wasn't a bad guy. We made him up.
That was really, I just called that stuff was in. I was in the first round. My number was 39.
Sometimes they talk about it so much, you think how so it could be a girl.
I remember
I
the
had to stay, I
thing.
stayed in Stitch when they kept me in school.
Yeah, at the end of it, I always feel bad when I think about Aaron.
Oh, yeah.
They wouldn't even recognize him for a long time that he was even in the service.
I know, I don't understand that.
Yeah, they should have.
That's what a lot of
They did that to a lot of vets.
They
In
did.
fact,
Oh, yeah.
before the first segment started, they had a thing on there about what they're doing for vets now. And it's amazing, because I know what he went through.
Oh, yeah.
And he had PTSD up one side down the other.
That's why they ought
Give him any
to
credit.
fire all of those executives.
I graduated with him, high school. I went to school, I went to grade school with him all the way through. Yeah, I knew him really well. The one thing about him is that he was making his time.
Very well.
Yeah.
I felt bad for him though. He had got such a raw deal from everybody, you know?
Yeah, he was at the real age, you know?
Yes, and they wouldn't make
Cancer on his
noise.
face.
Oh, yeah. That just felt so bad for him.
And you know what? I realized he was hard to deal with, but if he's away from it, just a little more understanding, maybe everything would have been okay, you know?
Yeah, that's related to you, right?
Yeah.
Remember us telling, I was telling somebody, and his ex-wife was there, Mary Lou was there.
40 years out of the boy that you got for free.
I said, oh yeah, I said, he always talked about his daughter, how he used to take her places, and he'd take her shoot.
Yeah.
I thought, yeah, what's wrong with that? Nice sakes.
How you walk?
I'm not kidding.
We should go.
Susan.
Yeah, Susan, yeah.
Early one day in Toronto.
Hey, let's get going. It's 7 o'clock. How do you have to sit around and wait for somebody?
If Frank comes in the next 5 minutes, he'll be early.
That's what you said, I want you to come in.
You didn't get any shots.
1 minute late.
It's bullshit waiting on somebody.
Blank, we would like to be in staff.
We got the light.
My nephew was like terrible.
I'm worried because this would have been the first, they didn't have the flu shot in for him, so I had to take him back a couple weeks.
Okay.
I was worried because I figured this would be the first time
Seems
he would
funny that-
remember it after just a brief
Seems funny
moment.
for the neighbors.
Oh,
So I was worried about how that was going to go.
Yeah.
it's not recorded, yes, too late.
He was in there this morning.
Yeah, they've probably got little things.
Well, she's gonna, I guess, clean, then gonna have to paint her.
7 o'clock.
We're not waiting for Frank. Okay, we'll bring the meeting to order. Pledge of allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We hope. Roll call.
Paul Jack,
Here.
Dan Carroll.
Here.
Michael Girardi. Here. Frank Maladandri. Kathy Gillard.
Here.
Bob Christoph. Here. Larissa Tom. Chris Schramm.
Here.
Chris Thompson.
Here.
Can I have a motion on the minutes?
I
I make a motion to approve the August 15th, 2017 council meeting.
I second the motion.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the August 15th, 2017 council meeting minutes. And a second. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Tom, opportunity for citizens to be heard.
Yeah.
Show that Frank is here.
The traffic was really
Yeah. Your denial of not receiving the Auditor General report dated April 21st and April 24th is not consistent with the facts for the following reasons. 1. Your name is on the distribution list of the Police Pension Fund audit report dated 21 April 2014. 2. Your name is on the distribution list of the Non-Uniform Pension Fund audit report dated 25 April 2014. 3. You would have been notified that there were auditors from the Auditor General's office in the borough office. 4. You would have been invited to the entrance conference to discuss the purpose of the audit. 5. You have probably seen the Auditor General auditors during your daily visits to the borough office. 6. You would have to know about the missed payments when Andy paid the remaining balance of the 2013 MMO for the Police Pension Fund and the Non-Uniform Pension Fund on November 30th, 2015. He wrote checks for $72,284 and $65,110. 7. You publicly admitted that you became aware of the missing pension payments in August 2016 after Frank corrected your statement that you learned about it from a Valley News Dispatch reporter in 2017. 8. After being informed about the missing pension payments for 2014-15, you did nothing to ensure that the payments were made. 9. You did not make the 2016 MMLO pension payments, even though you knew that they were due and money was budgeted to make the payments. 10. Council has never investigated where the money went that was budgeted for the pensions, nor what was spent on. 11. No action was taken against Andy till September 2017. 12. You haven't asked Andy why he didn't make the payments. 13. You praised Andy for work he did in May 1 letter sent to residents. Read. I'm going to read you the letter, what you said about him. Quote, at a public council meeting in March, council recognized the borough secretary was also the pension fund administrator for his efforts in reducing and correcting the amount of money required to place into the fund. The actuarial company responsible for determining the borough's required contributions that made a number of incorrect assumptions and calculations that would have resulted in unnecessarily high payments into the fund by the borough. The borough secretary temporarily stopped payments into the fund or rectified these issues. He didn't make the payments for 3 years. Furthermore, a new actuarial company has been retained. Moving forward, these corrections have significantly reduced the amount of money required to be paid into the fund and thus have reduced borough taxpayer expenses up to an estimated $35,000 per year. That kind of statement isn't made for an employee who has deceived you for 3 years about the pension payments. We just don't make those kind of statements. 14, you don't answer the simplest questions correctly. 15, you don't follow the borough code. You haven't done a new budget. You haven't replaced the DEP sewage assessment money that you put into the general fund that belongs into a special fund. 16, you can control who can speak. Controlling who can speak is behavior consistent with someone who has something to hide. And just, Andy, inform me, I hate to put you on the spot, but if you let them...
Address the chair. Address the chair.
You're just making point number 16, but I'm going to address Andy because this is serious.
You're out of order.
Okay, I'll address the chair. We'll move on to the fire truck.
Fire truck's on the agenda.
Okay.
Tell me. You can...
That's all I have to say.
Okay, thank you. Engineers report?
Oh, the sidewalks down by the plaza, they're ongoing. We're working with PennDOT with all their requirements. And I had talked with Frank. The information is being gathered for the interconnect. We're looking at all the options and costs associated with all the different options.
So you think you can make it by the time you do the budgets then?
Yeah, we'll have numbers for next month for sure.
Oh, okay, great, man.
And that's all I have.
Okay. Mayor's report? Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming. This is the police report for the month of September. We had police assisted calls to Springdale, there were 9, 1 to Harmer. Lower Valley Ambulance Service, there's 15. In the township, there's 2. Police assisted by Springdale, there were 2. Harmer by 2, in the township, 3. We had total loss patrol, 3,648. Total calls for excessive, 174. Traffic citations, there was 4 issued. Offenses, we had retail theft, 1 occurrence with 1 arrest. DUI, 1 occurrence, 1 arrest. Harassment, 2 occurrences, 2 arrests. Disorderly conduct, 2 occurrences, 2 arrests. Public intoxication, 2 occurrences and 2 arrests. Total offenses, 8 with 8 people arrested. Total property stolen, $20, recovered $20. We had 1 permit issued from North American Power for $10. And let's see, total amount of fees collected, received for the month, $530.19. Year to date, $6,900, 58 cents. And that's all I have.
Thank you very much, Mayor. Solicitor's report?
Nothing to report.
Okay. Budget, action on the bill list.
I'd like to make a motion to approve bill list number 9-17.
Have a second?
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and second to approve bill list number 9-17. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Parks and Recreation.
As you know, we had bids out for the renovation of the restroom at McLean Park, and they came in higher than we wanted and expected them to be. So I make the motion to reject all the McLean Park with bathroom bids.
Do I have a second?
I second it.
We have a motion and a second to reject all of McLean Parklet bathroom bids. Discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
So just understanding we're going to
We're
proceed on our
going
own.
to see what we can do on our own. We're very confident we can do a lot of those repairs ourselves and save a lot of money.
Just, I remember that.
Okay, old business?
Can I have a brief executive session for personnel matters?
At the end, sure. Okay, in old business, back in 2013, there was discussions about the Chesapeake Volunteer Fire Company contributing to the payment for the fire truck, the newly purchased fire truck in 2013. We discussed this in the budget sessions in 2014, and this is another one of those issues that we inherited. In 2013, even though they had some discussions, the council had some discussions at that point, there was no agreement signed. So we talked about that at the 2014 budget. So immediately after that, Bob and I met with the Chesapeake Volunteer Fire Company to discuss, and a couple of things that we found out. One is, as Frank had brought up and we had discussed with the fire department, is that no matter who pays for it, whether it's the borough or the fire company, it ends up being the residents that end up paying for it. But in further discussion, we found out that we as a borough had budgeted and were contributing about $5,000 for emergency supplies, and they were willing to contribute about $5,000 or $5,000 for the fire truck. So when we looked at all this and looked at the idea that you have to finalize an agreement and everything, we just left it at that point. It was a wash. So depending on how you want to look at the fire company through that process actually contributes $5,000, but you'd have to look at it from that standpoint. Any other old business? Okay, new business. Any new business?
The amount was $50,000, Paul.
Any new business? If you look at, you have the MMOs in your possession. These MMOs just came in. These are what council receives this time of year, and this is the pension payment for, that we're obligated to pay in 2018. If you look at those numbers, the police pension plan is $14,070, and the non-uniform pension amount is $32,187. Those two added together come out to $46,257. Not included in that is that we get $20,000 in state aid. So our net obligation for 2018 is $26,257. To put that in perspective, our total Cheswick portion of the pension plans in 2016 were about $142,000. And our required payment in 2017 this year is a little over $136,000. So pretty much as we had suspected, the amount that we owe into the pension plan has greatly reduced. It's from the, let's say, about $139,000 on average to $26,000. So
to put it, I mean, to put it in terms that maybe I understand, all along actuarially we felt like, what the heck's going on? Because the market's going up, it means the value of the fund should be going up, yet we were still paying almost the same amount when the market crashed back in 2008. So it looks like finally, actuarially,
right,
they've realized that our fund is funded and our obligation is reduced significantly.
We're overly funded. We would expect next year for it to be even less than this, but we're overly funded.
That's crazy.
I have a motion to go into executive session.
I make a motion to go into executive session.
Have a second? I have a motion and
A second.
I have a motion and a second to go into executive session. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? We're in executive session. I anticipate that we will